Hey everyone, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK for another pick a card reading. It's lovely to have you here, and today we're doing the past, present and future of this connection, the romantic connection that you are thinking about, the person on your mind. And as usual, we've got our three piles. We've got pile number 1, which is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords here, with this little blue pendant that I've got, this little bluey grey pendant here. And that is pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the Knight of Cups. The beautiful Knight of Cups there, with another little pendant here, little white and little brown and white pendant here. So that is pile number 2. And then pile number 3 is a Four of Wands. Gorgeous Four of Wands here, with the little amethyst pendant. So those are your 3 piles. Go for the one that feels right, and I will see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose to come into this reading, which is the past, present and future of this romantic connection, the person on your mind, under the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords, normally a card of worry, stress, anxiety. Let's see how that plays out in your reading. Also, you came with this little blue bead here. So, so there might have been some stress in this situation in the past. But anyway, before we say anything out, let's just get an oracle card. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a few cards on the past, a few cards on the present, and hopefully that might give you a bit of a sense of whether this is the right pile for you. I just want to say a big thank you if you have liked, if you have commented, if you've subscribed. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that. But let's get straight to it. So let's just see what is what's the past of this connection between pile number 1 and a person. Please reveal what's been the past of this connection. What is the past? So we have here, which is every step counts. Okay, and it says, let's see, there is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. So I'm just getting with the Nine of Swords where it might have been a bit of a challenge, this connection in the past. With the 10 is, I've also got 9 here. So 9s and 10s are about, they're about endings, final endings, completions, ending of a cycle. So it might have been, I'm just getting a sense from these 2 cards, maybe in the past has been a bit of a challenge. It might have even come into separation in the past for some of you. It might have been something that was very slow as well, so very slow, possibly something that had a lot of stress in it, or a lot of anxiety, something like that. Or maybe maybe there were obstacles, or maybe there've been obstacles in the way of this connection. Sort of the idea of every step counts just makes me feel that it was, maybe it sort of plodded along, and it was slow, or it has been slow in the past. Slow but meaningful. I don't know why I'm getting slow but meaningful. But anyway, let's get some tarot out. Let's see. So, what was the past of this connection between pile number 1 and their person? What's been the past here between pile number 1 and their person? What have we got here? So we've got the Nine of Cups. We have Justice. And we have the Two of Cups. So maybe in the past, this could have been a wish fulfillment for some of you. It looks like it was pretty good in the past. So maybe in the past it was a wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups here. It was happy. Justice is about fairness. It's about balance. And the Two of Cups, it could be for some of you that this was a friendship in the past, because the Two of Cups can be a friendship. It's also a really good card of union. So maybe this is something in the past where you were either in a really good situation with somebody, you were getting on well with them, it was balanced, it was connection, you might have even been married to them with the Justice card here, or it is something that you were wishing and hoping for and dreaming with the Nine of Cups, because that is like a wish fulfillment. So this connection would have been a dream come true for you. So maybe it was like a crush situation or something like that. And you were hoping with the Justice card that it would lead to commitment. Maybe there was a firm foundation of friendship there, so maybe you already knew this person, maybe they were a friend, maybe they were a colleague and you were developing feelings for them, they were a crush situation, a wish fulfillment, and you were hoping with the Every Step Counts that you were moving closer towards this connection. But there might have been some challenges possibly as well. So that's kind of what I'm getting in terms of what it was in the past. So something that was either making, and also the thought of it, either of you were in it or the thought of it was just making you feel very happy, making you feel like you had a very strong connection with this person, a very soulful connection. It was a real wish, it was a real dream for you. So if that doesn't sound like how this situation was in the past, then possibly it might be another path for you. But let's see, in terms of, you know, Justice is Libra, 2 of Cups is Cancer, 9 of Cups is Pisces. So it's just some of the astrological signs. Let's see what we've got in terms of how it is, you know, presently. So what's going on for it presently? Actually, I'll use another pack, I think. So what is the present situation between pile number 1 and their person? What is presently going on between pile number 1 and their person, please? We have 3 of Cups presently going on between pile number. We have the 2 of Wands, and we have, let's see what else we've got. What's the present situation? And we have the 3 of Pentacles. Now this might be a 3-way situation for some of you. So somebody in this connection, so at the bottom of the deck, the Hermit. So somebody in this connection, it might be a third element, it might be a third element or a third person in this connection, because you've got the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Cups, so I would say currently it might be for some of you some sort of 3-way situation. With the Hermit card being the overarching energy, now you might be doing a lot of thinking about this connection or a lot of contemplating about this connection. You might be spending a bit of time on your own. There might be some need for some enlightenment. Now with the Hermit card, some of you might be currently in separation from this person, particularly because your name card was also the 9 of Swords. The Hermit card is about being alone. Obviously with the Hermit, it's an alone energy. And it's about trying to gain some answers, trying to gain some wisdom, trying to go inwards. And it could be for some of you that's because it's maybe something getting in the way of the connection, possibly with the 2, 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles here. But I feel like there's still hope for this connection. It might be with the 2 of Wands that it is kind of in a period of stagnation or waiting with the 2 of Wands here. You know, because this person is looking out to sea. I feel like they're waiting for something to happen. But because it's surrounded by the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles, it makes me feel that there is still hope, because the 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration. So if you are in separation from this person, then you still want to collaborate with them, or there's still a possibility of collaboration. 3 of Cups is also about a joyful card, it's a happy card, it's a playful card. So I feel like there's still, it feels to me like there's still hope in this connection if you're in separation. Now if you're with them, it could be that there's a third element, it could be that it's a work connection as well, it could be a work crush or something like that. And something is getting in the way, which is why it's still in a little bit of stagnation or in a little bit of separation. If it's like a crush situation, it's kind of, it's being weighed up, it's not certain really. So if it's a crush, it might have been something that in the past that you really had a wish fulfillment for, that you like, that you get on with, that you see there's a good balance. And currently it's brings you happiness, it brings you joy, you want to collaborate with this person, you want to be with this person, but there's a bit of stagnation, there's a bit of waiting, you're not sure what way it's going to go, and so you're not actually in union with this, with the Hermit card. But if you're in separation from them, I feel like there's still some hope, but there may be some things that need to, with the Every Step Counts, that, you know, that might be why it's slow, because you need to collaborate more. Maybe you need to collaborate more, maybe you need to work together more, maybe there needs to, yeah, more sort of collaboration, because we've got 3 of Cups here and the 3 of Pentacles sort of working together, something like that. Now in terms, 3 of Cups is Cancer, 3 of Pentacles is Capricorn, and 2 of Wands is Aries energy. The Hermit is Virgo. So that's just some of the astrological signs. So that's kind of where I see the past and the present. Now if that doesn't sound like your situation, you might want to look at another pile. But let's see what we've got in terms of what is the actual future of this connection. So let's bring that down. So what is the future of this current connection? Let's see, let's get another oracle card. What is the future between pile number one and their person. What is the future of that connection between pile number one and their person? Please make it clear to me. What is the future? See what this one says. You're very close to achieving your goal, the gibbous moon. So the gibbous moon is the moon just before the full moon, and a full moon is all about results. So I feel that there's certainly results coming, or an answer to whatever. So if you're in separation and you're wondering with the Two of Wands what's going to happen, I feel like, you know, something is coming toward you, some sort of some sort of goal that you've been after, something that you really want in this connection. It's close. You're close to getting it. You're close to achieving it. Let's see if we've got another one. Let me just pull this one up so you can actually see it there. And then let's get one of these as well, I think. So, what is going to happen? What's the future between pile number one and the person? What's going to happen with them? What's the future? Expectations. Have realistic expectations. So maybe it's about something, like we have Two of Wands, where you're having to weigh it up. You're having to, maybe reining in your expectations, or modify your expectations, or maybe it's the opposite. You know, maybe realistic expectations is about you being positive about the situation. But let's just see what we've got in terms of your tarot. So let's see. So what is the future of this connection between pile number one and their person? What is the future of the connection between pile number one and their person, please? So these two, we've got three there. We've got the High Priestess. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Empress. What is the future? You've got the Empress and the High Priestess. Gosh. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Emperor. Well, you've got the Emperor and the Empress. And we have Death. And what is at the bottom of the deck? The Lovers card. Beautiful. So I feel like this might be, some of you, this might be a secret situation. Like I said, a three-way situation. Maybe it's a secret situation. I feel like there could be with the Emperor and the Empress a committed connection within this reading, with the Emperor and the Empress and the Justice. So maybe for some of you it's a three-way situation. There might be a committed situation within that, maybe like a marriage, or particularly because we've got the Justice card, maybe there's a marriage, maybe there's a connection, a committed connection, because these are counterparts, the Emperor and the Empress. To be honest, I feel like the future of this connection looks a little bit mixed. To be fair, because the Lovers card, it is a significant connection. So I feel like this connection will continue to be a very significant connection with the Lovers card. It is a soulful connection, because you've also got the Two of Cups. So you're absolutely right. There is a lot of soul and heart in this connection, and that will continue to happen for it. I mean, look at this card. It's such a beautiful depiction of the Lovers. There's such a beautiful sort of energy between the two of you. But I feel there is still an element in the future of there being a need for to work things out, because you've got the High Priestess and the Hanged Man. So if you're in separation, it might be that you remain in separation for a bit longer to work things out, because you have the Hanged Man here. Now the Hanged Man is about suspension. It's about, again, it goes with the Hermit, it's about working things out. It's about getting enlightenment, shifting perspective. So I feel like if there is a committed situation in this connection, I feel it will shift, but it won't be immediate. So I feel like it will shift, it will change, because you've got it right in the middle of the Emperor and the Empress here. And afterwards you've got Death, which is transformation. So I feel there's something committed, something major. And that could be you and the person, or it could be another situation and you're that third party. But there will be a change and a transformation, I feel. And I feel it will be for the better for you and that person. I feel it will be for the better, because we've got a lot of butterflies here. We've got a lot of... so I feel like if it's stuck or it's stagnant, it will shift and change. And there may be a change and a shift around a third element or a third party. so that you can begin something with the Ace of Pentacles, so that you can grow something, so that you can be together. But at the moment, there is still a little bit of, with a High Priestess and the Hangman, a little bit of working out still to do, I feel, in this connection. There's still a little bit of working out to do. There might still be a little bit of need for secrecy with the High Priestess. Maybe as well there's something about you trusting your intuition in some way in this connection. So whatever your intuition is telling you about the connection, just have faith in that, just have trust in that. But I feel that, you know, with the Lovers card here, it is about choices. So in the future, I feel a choice is going to be made, and that might be why you have the Gibbous Moon. But there's still some deliberation still to go with the High Priestess and the Hangman. But I see a committed situation shifting in your favour. I feel it is going to be shifting in your favour, and it's going to lead to transformation. And this beautiful Lovers card, where you and your person are going to be together. That is what I feel here. Now, what is underneath there? Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. It makes me feel like, what is she doing? She's balancing on the top of this tall building with the Infinity sign here. So it makes me feel like this is a very, very, very strong connection. It might, with her balancing on this tall building, it might have been again something that had to be juggled, or something that had to be, there was a balance that needed to be reached in some way. But this person is managing beautifully, even though it looks like a bit of a tricky situation. I feel like she's managing it beautifully. So I think the situation, if it has been tricky, you know, or difficult, I think in the future that will be managed. You will come into balance. It will be balanced, even if it is challenging, even if it is difficult. So I think with the Ace of Pentacles, there is a start of a new beginning. So maybe out of something secret for some of you, or out of something hidden, or, you know, out of you, there is a new beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles, a new start, something which is a creative beginning for the two of you, something which is going to be manifested, because we've got this Empress here with a little baby in her tummy, and she's got that little crown on that. She's crowning the baby. So I feel like this new beginning is going to be something that is very special. It's very special, but there has to be, in order for that to happen, there has to be a shift, maybe for some of you in some other situation, a change really. But I feel that will happen. And with the Death card here, there will be change, there will be transformation. Maybe both of you going through some sort of internal shift as well, because there's a lot of cards here with the Hermit and the the High Priestess and the Hangman, around enlightenment, around shifting, around getting a new perspective, around gaining wisdom. So I feel like something like that's going to be happening as well. For you and them to have this beautiful, with the Lovers card here, for there to be this beautiful coming together between you and this person. Now the Lovers is Gemini energy. Ace of Pentacles could be any of the earth signs of Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. Hanged Man is Pisces. Is Hanged Man Pisces? Yeah. Emperor is Aries. Empress Taurus. Death is Scorpio. Okay, so those are just some of the astrological signs. Let me just move that here from there. Want that on there. Let's see if we can get out some cards here. What else have we got here for pile number one? Future of this connection. What is the future of pile number one and their person? Notice the blessings. And again, we've got all these butterflies. So I feel there is a lot around this situation transforming for the better. Yeah, growing for the better, but not, maybe not immediately. I feel like there's still a little bit of work, maybe some healing that needs to be done. Forgiveness heals, so maybe there's something around forgiveness that is required in this situation. And then your purpose is joy. Okay, so and again with the rabbit here, suddenly the rabbit's got a little crown on it. So I feel like this situation is going to be crowned. It's going to be made special. And with the rabbits are all about abundance, aren't they? So I feel like with the Empress crowning as well, and she's often a card of abundance and manifestation and creativity. I feel like the situation is going to become abundant for you. But anyway, part number one, that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. But otherwise, I will see you in your next reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 2 and welcome back to your reading. So today we're looking at the past, present and future of this connection, the person on your mind, your love interest, and you chose to come into the reading under this card, which is the Knight of Cups, beautiful Knight of Cups, and there it is. So we're just going to put that there for you with this little pendant here, this little white and brown pendant, lovely little pendant here. I'm just going to put that there as well. I might just put that down so you can see it. Beautiful. Okay, so I haven't shuffled any oracle cards, so let's do that right now. Just want to say a big thank you if you have liked, shared, subscribed, and just to remind you, it is a general reading, so just take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, then it's probably not your message, it's probably for somebody else. But let's get straight to it. Let's get an oracle card. So we're going to ask, first of all, what we're going to do is we're just going to have a few cards on what the past of the situation is. Then another few cards on the present, and then the bottom row is going to be all about the future. It's also a good way of you checking whether this is the right path for you. So what is the past? What's been going on in the past for pile number 2 and their person? Now, the Knight of Cups is Pisces energy, so that might mean something to some of you. And also, it's a very romantic card. It's a very loving card. It's the ultimate card of romance in the deck. So that is very interesting. Let's just see how that plays out in your reading. So let's see, what has been the past of the situation between pile number 2 and their person? Seeing both sides. Okay, so take a step back, try looking at this from a different perspective. So maybe there has been a need to be flexible, be compromise in some way. So maybe there's been a need for compromise, flexibility in the past in this situation. The Knight of Cups could be some sort of peace offering or something like that. That could be how it is seen, because it is a card of action coming forwards in a loving way. It may be with a take a step back that in the past it came into separation and you weighing things up or something like that, or you're needing to shift your perspective. But anyway, it's 28 cancels down to 10, and 10s is about final endings, completions, that kind of thing. But let's see, let's not tell you too much before we get out our tarot. So first of all, let's see, what's the past of the situation between pile number 2 and their person? What is the past of the situation? So we have the 6 of Cups, okay, a lot of love, 4 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Now, funnily enough, in pile number 1, the 2 of Cups came out in this exact same position, so that if you felt drawn to pile number 1, you might want to look at that. So the past tells me that this is a relationship for many of you, or because the 6 of Cups, I feel like the 6 of Cups is a card of a deep soul connection. It is a really loving card. It can be a card where there's a lot of history to the connection. For some of you, this past of this situation is someone that you've known or been in a connection with for a long time. There is a lot of nostalgia as well in this card. Looking back on something nostalgically. So I don't know where you are in the connection, but even in the past, it might have been a past connection that you were looking back on nostalgically. But there's a lot of love, and with the 2 of Cups, that is also a card of, connection, togetherness, friendship. For some of you, this might actually be a friendship. So the past of this connection could have just been a friendship, albeit a very deep one. Or it could have been a relationship where there was a lot of history to it. You've been together for a long time. There's a real soul connection between the 2 of you. But with the 4 of Pentacles here, it might be a bit stuck or a bit stagnant, or it might have got itself into a bit of a stubborn space. I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting the phrase, somebody's dug their heels in and they're not kind of shifting or moving, even though there is this kind of love between the 2 of you. It could have got caught up in just kind of, so if you were in it for a long time, or it was a past situation where it could have got a little bit stale, maybe, a little bit every day. So there's essentially a real strong bond between the 2 of you. But maybe you might even have children together with the 6 of Cups here. But maybe it got a bit stale, or it got a bit stuck, or it got a bit everyday, and you were both just kind of caught up in the everyday things that were going on in your life, and maybe you forgot the connection between the 2 of you, even though it's underpinned by love. And that might be why you've got seeing both sides here. So maybe it just got a bit stuck, a bit inflexible, a bit stale, a bit stagnant, and there was a need to remember the love, the soulful connection between the two of you, something like that. So the Six of Cups is Scorpio, the Two of Cups is Cancer, and Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. So those are just some of the astrological signs that might mean something to some of you. But let's see what's the present. What is currently the present? What is going on? What's the present for pile number 2 and their person? What is currently going on? What is the present for pile number 2 and their person? So we have the Star. What is the present? We have the Well. Now the Well is an extra card in this deck. It's like a wishing well. It's funny enough because the Star is also about hoping and wishing. What is the present of this situation, please? What is the present? And then we have the Chariot. I feel like for some of you, the present might be that there is a wish or a hope. Yeah, so you've got the Six of Cups again. There's a lot of nostalgia. So for some of you, you might be in separation from this person and you're really looking back, or there is really looking back on it nostalgically with a lot of love, or the situation is something that has a lot of history in it, a lot of love, a lot of a really strong soulful bond. What's underneath that? The Queen of Swords. But it might be that there is some difficulty with it, with the Queen of Swords, or some need for truth, or some need for a reality check, something like that. I don't know why I'm getting reality check. Maybe to think rationally about it rather than with your heart, something like that. But I do feel that the present is that there's a desire or a wish, because you've got the Star is about a wish, it's about healing, and it's about hope, and you've got the Well, which is the wishing well. So I feel like either there's still a huge amount of hope for this connection, or there is, or you're in this connection, you're actually in this connection, and it's going really well. There's a lot of hope for it, there's a lot of healing for it. It's got again, the Star just makes us feel it's got that kind of, we both got that kind of cosmic connection with the Six of Cups. So there's a very soulmatey feel to this connection for sure. The Chariot says, you know, there's a lot of focus, a lot of purpose to it. Chariot is about speed, so maybe you're in separation. There's a desire, there's a wish to move forwards, and it goes with the Knight of Cups. Move forward with purpose and direction towards this connection again. If you're with them, it feels to me like there might be a lot of healing going on at the moment. There might be a lot of hope for the situation. You're on track to go towards where you want to be. You are very focused, both of you are very focused and positive about the connection, because there is this deep love between you. So either you're together and there's a lot of healing, a lot of hope. You feel very positive about the connection. It's on track. It's going really well. There's a very soulful connection between the two of you, or you are hoping for that if for whatever reason it's come into separation, or it's got a little bit stuck or something like that. So that is how I see the present here. But I feel like there might be a lot of healing going on, or a need for a lot of healing. But with the Chariot, it just makes me feel there is a direction. There's a strong direction that this connection is either going in or is hoping to go in, because it is underpinned by this strong, soulful, loving connection between the two of you. Or it could be for some of you that you're looking on it very nostalgically. There's a lot of nostalgia. Maybe looking at it through rose-coloured glasses, possibly. But let's wait and see what the future has. So the Star is Aquarius. Obviously, the Chariot is Cancer. And Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. Okay, so let's have a look to see what is going to be coming up in the future for this connection. Let's get an oracle card. What is going to be happening in the future for this connection? What is the future of the connection between pile number 2 and their person? What is the future? Now, I feel like 2 want to come out. I'm going to take them. What do they say? So we have confidence is your key to success. Okay, that's Leo, new moon in Leo. And new moons is all about new starts. I'm just going to push these right up so you can see them. Yeah, okay, so let's put that one there. What does this one say? This says bring love into the situation, new moon and Aquarius. So these are both new moons. And I feel like with the Knight of Cups, yeah, I feel like maybe for some of you then it's got stuck or stagnant, but there's underpinned by this sort of like history and you've been together a long time, it's just got a little bit stale maybe. I feel like with the Knight of Cups, it's like, and the bring love into the situation, that there's going to be more romance coming into the situation, that there's going to be a renewal of romance, a renewal of sort of happiness, and that confidence, being confident about that, being confident to almost begin like a new cycle. That's kind of what I see. I feel like a new cycle is happening in this situation. And like I say, Aquarius and Leo might mean something to some of you. Let's have these ones. So let's see what's going to actually happen in the future. What is actually going to happen? What is the future of the connection between Carl, number 2, and their person? What is the future of the connection between Carl, number 2, and their person, please? So we have the 5 of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups again. The Knight of Cups again with the lotus flower here. What is the future of this connection? We have the Page of Wands. We have the 2 of Wands. And then we have the 4 of Cups. And overarching is the Ace of Wands. So I feel like that what we have here for the future is definitely a renewal, or yeah, so if something is in separation for some of you, or there is some sort of thing that's maybe it's got a little bit bland or a little bit stale, like I said before, that there is going to be a renewal, because you've got the Knight of Cups twice, and that is coming forwards with an offer of love, coming forwards, you know. It could be actually for some of you as well that this is a crush situation, and that there might be that you just feel this kind of strong bond with this person, but it's stuck in some way in terms of moving forward. And at the moment, there's just a lot of hoping and praying and wishing for it to kind of go forward. And I think it will go forward. I think it will go forward for a lot of you, because, like I say, you've got the Knight of Cups twice, and that is about action, moving forwards in a romantic way. But I feel that there is, you know, certain things that still need to be worked out, because you've got the 5 of Swords. So maybe for some of you, this was a situation that came into separation. Maybe it was a long-standing relationship with the 6 of Cups, and we've got the 5 of Swords. Well, the 5 of Swords is about defeat, but it's also about winners and losers, where something, maybe a row or a issue or something has happened, and it's quite a sad situation, and somebody is kind of maybe looks on the surface to have come off better than the other person, but in actual fact, you know, both people have lost out in the situation in the 5 of Swords. So I feel like maybe for some of you this has come into separation, and there's, you know, somebody's kind of lost out, or both of you have lost out. But the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups tells me that there's still a lot of love left in this situation for the future. There is still a lot of love, there's still a lot of happiness, there's still a lot of deep feelings that are here in this connection. And the Knight of Cups tells me right underneath the 2 of Cups, so even if it might be stuck or stagnant or stale, there is still an incredible amount of love. There's still a lot of creativity left in the connection. So there's still a lot left to grow in the connection, a lot left to express and enjoy in the connection. Now this Queen is actually sitting on what looks like an oyster shell, isn't it? Now inside an oyster is a pearl, you know, but you have to kind of dig deep. You have to crack open the oyster shell and you have to dig deep for that pearl. So I feel like it tells me that there's still a lot left in this connection. There's still a jewel. It's still a jewel of a connection. And I feel like this person is guarding it. So I feel this kind of Queen, she's guarding that oyster, she's guarding that pearl. So I feel like this situation, there's still lots left in the situation. It's still precious. And when the Knight of Cups coming up twice, there's still right under the 2 of Cups. So this connection based on a firm foundation of friendship, based on, you know, 2s is all about partnership. It's about friendship, relationships, balance, harmony, cooperation, pairs. You've got the Knight of Cups, which is coming forwards with love, with romance. So I feel like this situation is definitely going to either begin or have some kind of renewal, where the energy, the loving energy, is going to be remembered, it's going to be revived, or it's going to be ignited and started with the 2 new moon cards here. Page of Wands. Maybe there's going to be some kind of pages on new beginnings as well, new starts, but they can also be messages. It's also a card of fun, of optimism, of happiness. So I feel like there's going to be a happy, it is essentially going to be a happy coming together. You're going to be very happy with it. There's a focus on it with this person looking through the looking glass here, or the microscope, or the, is it a microscope? Yeah. You know, there's a real focus with the eye here. So I feel like there's going to be renewed focus on the connection, renewed focus in it. The Two of Wands is, you know, with this girl sitting on the roof, looking up at the moon. I feel like there's going to be a strong pull towards it. Yeah. What is she? She's looking upwards, isn't she? Sitting perched on this. So it might still have its challenges. I think that's what I would say as well with this girl sitting on the roof here. It might still have its challenges, but there'll always be a draw towards it. There's always that deep pull with the moon here. There's always that deep pull towards this connection. It reminds me very much of the Six of Cups coming up twice. There's sort of like a connection that can't be broken. So even if it's going through challenges, even if there are problems, you'll always come back together. Even if sometimes with the Two of Wands here, there are maybe, you know, maybe there's temptations or possibilities for other things, other choices, you'll always be drawn back towards one another. You'll always feel that pull. Yeah, there'll always be a wish and a dream for each other. Now, with the Four of Cups, that might be the challenge as well. You know, so there will continue to be some challenges in the connection, maybe sometimes in this connection, and I can see it with the Four of Pentacles here. You know, both of you or one person forgets to appreciate the other person. And so maybe it also, well, it might be a situation where you sort of like broken up before, or there's been cycles, because maybe somebody forgets the Six of Cups bond that you have, or they forget to appreciate it, or maybe they take it for granted. Because it could be that it's come apart before because somebody has forgotten to appreciate this situation with the Four of Cups. And I see that still happening to some degree. And that might be why you got the Star and the Well here, because presently there needs to be some healing around that. There needs to be some sort of work around that, where you maybe stop it if it's going in cycles, because it might be that this situation goes in cycles a little bit. And the seeing both sides might be that somebody needs to be more appreciative of the connection. But again, you've got the overarching energy of the Ace of Wands, which again is a new beginning. What's underneath that? The Two of Swords. Yeah. So I felt this might be a connection which goes backwards and forwards a little bit. Where you feel that strong bond with each other always. That's always there. But maybe it's because somebody doesn't appreciate the connection, or somebody isn't seeing the connection from, you know, being compromising enough or flexible enough. So maybe it comes into separation or something like that. But essentially it's got a very strong bond, and I see that happening in the future. I see there being a new revival, a new connection, or a new start to it, maybe out of separation. But there's still some work that needs to be done, I think, on healing it, so that you know, that it doesn't always go backwards and forwards, which might be happening for some of you. Let's have some other cards here. I feel like the healing is happening though presently. There is, you know, a desire to heal. What is going on in the future for? So I feel like if you're separation, you're definitely going to get back together. There's definitely going to be reconciliation, because the Six of Cups is all about reconciliation, and maybe there's a desire currently for you to have reconciliation, and I feel that that will happen. But there's somebody just needs to remember the importance of the connection. Maybe somebody gets caught up in the romance when you've been apart, and so they come back together and they offer you lots of romance and do all the right things and then say all the right things, and then they sort of like they take it for granted a little bit. In fact, I might just clarify that Four of Cups there. Why have we got the Four of Cups here? Oh, let's see, we've got death, change and transformation. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups there. The Empress. Yeah. So I feel like they will eventually get there. So there might still be some work around somebody needing to appreciate the connection, needing to appreciate you. But they will get there, because you've got the Death card, which is change and transformation. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about mastery. The Empress is a very creative card. And then you've got the Ten of Cups. So I feel like if this situation is a situation of cycles where you're going backwards and forwards, I feel as long as you both realise the need for healing, and I think currently there is that realisation, and that there is a deep love between the two of you, then you will master it. You will get over. The Four of Cups is about being dissatisfied. That, you know, that element of dissatisfaction, or maybe all the excitement at the beginning of it, and then, you know, as you get into the relationship, that kind of wanes a little bit. I feel like there needs to be a transformation of that, and I think that that's going to happen. That pattern, that dynamic is going to transform, because there is actually a lot of love here, and it will, you know, it will become, it will manifest into something better here with the Empress card. An Ace of Wands is a brand new kind of fiery, passionate beginning, which hopefully will be a long-lasting one, rather than this, you know, backwards and forwards energy, if that's how it's been for some of you. Now, in terms of astrological signs, I mean, the Five of Swords is Aquarius, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, the same for the Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo. And Aries. Two of Wands is Aries energy, and the Four of Cups is Cancer. So those are just some of the astrological signs that I'm seeing. So let's see if we've got some other cards before we leave you. What's the future of this connection between Pile number 2 and their person? What is the future of the connection? We have stop comparing. We have all feathers, decide. So maybe there's something to decide in this situation. Maybe with the seeing both sides, maybe somebody's got into the habit of wishing it was this way or wishing it was that way. And maybe there's just about a need to appreciate the situation or appreciate somebody. Maybe making a decision. Maybe with all these feathers here, maybe you need to listen with it with, or actually I don't know why I thought that was the High Priestess. It's a little bit like the High Priestess in this deck. So maybe that is telling me with the feathers as well, because often that is linked to spirit. You know, you need to connect maybe more into your intuition to really, you know, to help you to decide. And then we have give each other space. Maybe there's still a little bit more space that's required with the Five of Swords here to work things out. And then one more, play. I feel like the play is, you know, about coming back together again. Because again, we've got these two dogs, you know, enjoying each other's company, 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups. So I feel like maybe for the future that there's still a little bit of working out to do. I feel like there is going to be a renewal. You are going to come back together. There is this deep love between you. And there will be more of a commitment, I think, towards mastering it, to changing it, to transforming it. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Otherwise, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So today we're doing, aren't we, what is the past, present and future of this connection, this romantic connection that you are involved in. And you came in under the beautiful 4 of Wands. Lovely card actually, isn't it, the 4 of Wands? Very playful card. It's a card of celebration, often a card of a milestone. But let's just see. You also came in with the beautiful amethyst, little amethyst pendant here. So I'm going to put that there for you. I haven't pre-shuffled any oracle cards, so let's do that first. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few cards on the past of the situation, a few cards on the present, and that will give you a sense of, you know, if this is the right path for you. And then I'm going to do the bottom row on the future of the connection. And I just want to say a big thank you so much for all your likes and subscribes and comments. Really, really appreciate that. Thanks so much for doing that. And to remind you that it is a general reading, so just take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it's probably a message for somebody else. But anyway, let's get straight to it. So what is the past? What's happened in the past between pile number 3 and their person? What is the past of the connection? Total submersion. So let's see what that says. So underneath it's got this whale. So some of it could be hidden. It could be something where feelings are hidden for some of you, or repressed, or out of sight, something like that. It says, don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest or goal. Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what your life has been lacking. It could be something that is completely all encompassing. You could be completely focused, or in the past you could have been completely focused on this situation, totally submerged in it, you and your person. Because the Four of Wands can be a very happy card of two people coming together. So it could have been that as well, that you were totally into each other, and it was all, it was all encompassing, really. It could be something like that. Let's see, but 32 cancels down to 5. Now, 5s can be about change and challenge, so maybe there were also some challenges to it, possibly. But let's get some tarot out first of all, and let's just see what that's going to say first. So let's have a look. Let's see, what is the past, or what was the past? Oh, we've got the Lovers card coming out. It might have been, now it's interesting because when I saw this here, there's like two, I don't know why, but I was looking at two sides of the town. Now, Lovers can be a card of choice. So maybe in their past there were choices in this situation, or there's a three-way part, could be a third element, or some choices in the situation for some of you. Lovers is a very significant card as well in love. I'm going to take that one there. These are too many, so I'm just going to take the top one because that's the one that I have seen, which is the 8 of Swords. And I'm going to put the others back because I don't want that many cards. I just want 3 actually. So I'm going to take that one. Yeah, so the Lovers is a very significant card. It tells me that it was in the past, or both of you saw it as a significant connection, but it could have been that there was also some stress in it with the 8 of Swords, where somebody's feeling stuck, somebody's feeling not able to move, somebody's feeling stressed, somebody doesn't know which way to go. Maybe it's because it was around a choice, something like that. Maybe somebody is married in the situation with the 4 of Wands here in the past. 2 of Swords, again, this is similar to the 8 of Swords. So in the past, this situation was a significant relationship without a doubt, because the Lovers is a significant connection, but it could have been a situation where there were choices that needed to be made. So maybe it was a third element. There was a third element. Maybe it's hidden with a submersion. Maybe it was actually hidden. Maybe somebody is in a committed situation. Maybe you were in a committed situation with this person, but it got stuck. These both two cards are being stuck, stagnant. Both these cards, this person is blindfolded. They don't know what to do. There's an element of not knowing what to do, or not wanting to be open to maybe getting yourself out of that situation. So not wanting to be open or being able to see the reality of the situation, something like that. Because there's an element of these two cards where somebody is kind of keeping themselves stuck in a situation. So it could have been something like that, but definitely an important connection, 100% an important connection. But it could be that there were choices, and somebody was feeling stuck, somebody wasn't sure which way to go, somebody was feeling trapped, somebody wasn't listening maybe as well to their intuition about this situation as well, because this woman's got her back to the water, she's got her back to the moon, and those are both symbols and signs of deep intuition. But anyway, let's see what's going on in the present. So what is going on in the present for par number 3 in their person? What's the present situation for par number 3 in their person? So we have the Devil. We have is that the Arise? I think this is the Arise. This is an extra card. No, it's the Artist. I think this is the Artist. Is it the Artist? Yeah, this is the Artist, I think, in this deck. This is actually a extra card. It's card number 23. So that's interesting. I've never pulled that one in this deck before. So let's see. What is the current? What's going on in the present for par number 3 in their person? Okay, and then we've got the 7 of Cups. So to be honest, presently there still seems to be a lot of stuckness. What's at the bottom? The Sun. The overarching energy is the Sun. With the Devil card here, I feel like there might be some limiting beliefs currently about the situation. The Devil is also a card of addictions and self-gratification. So maybe this is currently a situation where it might be a bit of a temptation as well. So maybe this situation is currently a temptation. Maybe it's currently something that you and this person really think a lot about, that you are kind of addicted to each other. Maybe with the artist, I'm getting the intention or the feeling that you want to make it better, that there's a desire to make it better, but maybe there's something as well about a bit of a wishy-washy energy to it at the moment with the Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups is about dreaming, fantasizing. So there could be currently a lot of fantasizing going on about this situation. It might be that it's came into separation and you're currently fantasizing about the situation, dreaming and wanting, because an artist is a very dreamy character, wanting to create something maybe much better than what it is at the moment. But it could be that it's also a little bit uncertain, not grounded, not real, something like that. Maybe there's a lot of hope for it with the Sun card here. So maybe currently you're hoping for it to improve. I get the feeling you're hoping for it to get better. You're hoping for it to be better. You're hoping for it to be sunnier. Maybe it's a bit negative at the moment. It feels quite negative with the Devil card here. Maybe there's some, like I say, some self-sabotaging behaviour going on at the moment. Somebody's maybe possibly not valuing the connection or just wants to come in and get what they want and then go again. And there's also this desire to make it better, to raise the vibration of it better, to raise the vibration of it more, to improve it. But possibly there's this kind of element of that maybe that's a bit pie in the sky. Or maybe that's not real. Maybe that's not something that could really happen. I don't know. Or there's a lot of fantasizing and dreaming. Or somebody's just also not clear about what they want. And that could be why there was stuckness in the past. Somebody's a bit wishy-washy. They're not clear about what they want. They don't know which choice to make. Again, with the artist, they're very, they're not decisive. But there's a lot of... I feel like that you want it with the Sun card here. It's just making me feel like you want it to be more hopeful. You want it to be happier. Maybe at the moment it's not very happy with the Devil card here, or it's not. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not wholesome. I think with the Sun, when I look at the Sun, I feel like that's a wholesome energy. But when I look at the Devil, that's not wholesome. It's about self-gratification. It's about just getting what you want. Maybe there's something about you wanting it to be more wholesome, more healthy, maybe, because the Devil card is not really a very healthy card. Okay, so so in terms of the astrological signs, the Lovers is Gemini, Eight of Swords is Gemini as well. So there could be a lot of mixed messages going on in this situation as well, in the past and in the future. This person could have been giving you a lot of mixed messages. And it could be keeping you stuck where maybe they're not being, and you could have been completely focused on that. You could have been completely submerged in the whole situation. And that might be why you got the Devil as well, because it's like an addiction. The situation might be sort of very addictive, where it's kind of it's sort of enveloping you. But it could be that somebody is in a marriage or in some kind of committed situation. Or maybe you are in this committed situation with this person, but they're always in two minds. They're they're never able to be properly committed to the situation. They're always, they're not. You can't rely on them. There's something maybe about the situation where you can't rely on them, but you want it to be more wholesome. You want it to be more healthy. You want it to be sunnier. You want it to be happier. Something like that. Maybe you're wanting a Four of Wands where you're wanting it to be more committed. So in terms of the Devil, that's Capricorn. Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy. Sun is Leo energy. And Two of Swords is Libra. And so all of this, so Libra and then two Geminis. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's actually going to happen in the future. So what is actually going to happen in the future for pile number 3 and their person? What is the future of this connection? Nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, so it feels to me like that's how it was in the past and the present. It's kind of like an unstable energy. It's an unstable connection, and I feel like you desperately want it to be more hopeful, more positive with the Sun. But at the moment, what's happening again for the future is nothing is yet set in stone. So it's still all open for change. So it could change. It could. It's not as yet. It's not stable. Let's see what else we have. What is going to happen between pile? What is the future for pile number 3 and their person? What is the future for the connection? Thinking. You may be on someone's mind. So now with all these other cards here, you might be in separation from this person. But I feel like there is a lot of thinking, but it's still a bit choppy for the future. It's still uncertain. It's still a time of change. But let's see what else we've got. Let's see what the tarot says. So, what is going to happen between pile number 3 and their person? What is the future of the connection for pile number 3 and their person? So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, the Wheel of Fortune is an unpredictable energy. It's an energy where the wheel goes up, it goes down. It could be that this is a situation of cycles, where you get together and then you get apart. Because there might be a lack of commitment, or might have been a lack of commitment to it, or a lack of, there's no sort of pentacles here. So it feels to me like it might be quite a stressful situation. A situation that might have been keeping you stuck. Yeah, with all the wheels turning here. Maybe this person, maybe there's a lot of things spinning in this connection, or a lot of other things going on in the connection interfering with it. What will happen in the future between pile number 3 and their person? So we have 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Strength. Okay, this is looking. What will happen between pile number 3 and their person, please? And the 7 of Pentacles right under the 7 of Cups again. And we've got the Emperor. Yes, I feel like this person you're involved with likes to control the situation, if I'm honest, with the Emperor here. They like to be in control. There might be somebody that finds it hard to share their feelings, to be open in a connection. They might be, again with the Emperor, it might be somebody that you're involved with that's in a committed situation already, because the Emperor is the archetypal father and husband figure. Or it could be that you are in a marriage with them, but they're very difficult to connect with emotionally. I feel this person might be difficult to connect with you emotionally. They certainly feel a lot of attraction towards you. I don't think there's any shortage of that. I think there is passion, there is attraction, there is chemistry for sure. And it is a significant relationship with the Lovers card here. But I don't know, there's something about this person that's kind of holding back. And I feel that means that the connection can't move forward consistently. So it might have periods of moving forward, where we've got the 6 of Wands, period of feeling where it's positive, periods of feeling where it's feeling victorious, and then it goes back to being stuck. So that might be why I said this person might give mixed messages, or they might have certain behaviours which limit the moving on, or the development of the connection in some way, because of their own maybe their own defects, or their own emotional baggage, or their own lack of being able to connect on a heart. Because what I'm not seeing in any of these cards is I haven't got any Pentacles and I haven't got any Cups. What I've got is a lot of Swords and a lot of Wands and some major. Also, I've got the 7 of Pentacles, but that 7 of Pentacles is about, again, taking a step back, and it's right under the 7 of Cups. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So I have the 7 of Cups and I have the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Cups is about this wishy-washy energy. An energy of not really being very stable or solid, not really sure in which, what choice to make. And then the 7 of Pentacles is about taking a step back and reviewing things. And I feel like those both are sort of cards of inaction, really, of being a bit stuck. But then you've also got the Queen of Wands and the 6 of Wands, which is also about recognition, about coming forwards, about being bold, about being confident, about being recognised, about there being a lot of chemistry and attraction and vitality between the two of you, with this Queen of Wands holding this sunflower. So I feel like the connection, it makes you feel very high, and it gives you a lot of positivity to some degree, but it's not something that can be relied upon. I think that's what I'm feeling. I feel like it's not something that can be relied upon, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a very unpredictable and unstable energy, where there's all these cogs underneath this woman's dress. So I feel like maybe there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes in this connection that is hidden, because this is under her dress, all these different wheels going around under her dress, but you still have that heart connection. It comes under the lover, so it is a significant connection. But I just feel like there's some block with this person. This person is just very strategic. It could be a little bit of a game player. I feel like this person might be a little bit of a game player, and they love everything that the connection gives them, but for some reason I just feel like they don't want to move it forwards in terms of commitment or stability. And that's why you've got the nothing is yet set in stone. It's always changing. It's not something you can rely on. It's not stable, but it is something that is significant. So it must be really frustrating, I think, for you, pile number 3, because I feel like there is a significant connection between you and this person, but there's some block with this person. It's not you, it's them. There's some emotional block with them, or it may be because they're committed elsewhere and they're not prepared to commit fully to this. But they are very attracted to you. There's a lot of chemistry towards you. There's a strong pull towards you, but they're always pulling. When they want to come close, they might get close to you, and then they're pulling back. That is what I'm honestly seeing, really. In terms of zodiac signs, I mean, the Six of Wands is Leo energy. Three of Wands is Aries. Queen of Wands could be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Strength is Leo. Emperor is Aries. So there's a lot of fire in this. There's a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of fire between the two of you. But I just feel that if it's unstable in the past, it continues to remain sort of unstable or up and down or unpredictable or lacking solidity for the future. Because this person is hanging back emotionally. They're not. It could be because they're already, like I said, already committed elsewhere. Or they're just too much in their head with the Emperor here. There's not enough feeling connection. So maybe they just can't make proper emotional connection, a proper emotional, they find that difficult to do because of their own stuff, their own baggage. So let's see what other cards we might have. So what is going to happen between pile number 3 and their person? What's going to happen? Invite your fears to tea. So that means it's interesting because it comes right under or right on top of the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, which is often about not really facing up to maybe the reality of the situation. And what maybe this is saying is, it's time for you to face, maybe the reality of this situation, to kind of embrace it, to look at it in the eye, really. Something like that. You can't please everyone. What else have we got here? So maybe you've been trying to please this person. You've been trying to do things their way. You've been trying to accommodate them. But now it's maybe time for you to kind of, deal with the situation as it is. Face up maybe to how this person actually is. Because I feel like the barriers or the difficulties in this connection are not down to you. Pile number 3, I think it's down to this person. The stuff that they just, either because of their situation or because of their internal world, which prevents them from connecting properly emotionally, if you know what I mean, getting fully close to someone. Share your gifts. And then the last one is reconsider your commitments. Yeah, so reconsider this situation. Reconsider whether this situation is right for you or not. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.